My name is Ariza Astari, and I am the president of Furman Creative Collaborative. And as the president, I am responsible for finding ways that we can cultivate creativity in our campus and unite the student body in a collaborative way. I look for inspiration from YouTube's Soul Pancake and also a lot of really cool things that NPR usually covers when we find speakers and people that we want to bring on campus, and when we want to collaborate with other student organizations to bring these speakers and CLPs on campus. I think the passion for what we do, for the smile that we get in people's faces whenever we do these small events around campus that doesn't take much effort but really brings in the creative spirit that's sometimes lacking in a lot of our daily lives. I think that's what really helps me bring in people together when time gets tough and people have a lot of tests and sometimes don't want to commit the time into this organization because it's very high commitment. But I think that the passion that people have, the passion that I have for the organization, and the potential that we can do on campus and the difference that we do make and will continue to make on campus is what really helps me become a leader in this organization.
So the TEDx FurmanU conference, it's almost completely student run. Dr. Worth is our advisor, and her main contribution to our conference is with the CLP approval. So my involvement with TEDx FurmanU has done a lot in giving me a lot of project management kind of skills. Being over a team of 25 other students has taught me a lot of lessons in delegating responsibilities and making sure the right person is in their position that they can succeed the best.
We brainstormed which speakers we were going to invite and then contacted all those speakers or potential speakers and invited them to speak at the conference, and then went through the entire selection process of narrowing down exactly who we wanted to speak at the conference and sort of within that what kind of conference we wanted to be, whether we wanted it to be more technology and science related or a little bit more like humanities and arts and sort of those big morality questions related. So we went through and narrowed and hopefully tried to find a pretty good balance between the two of those.
This year we tried to stick with the theme of go big, and so we went from all over the place. We tried to reach out to Aziz Ansari, and we had people on the list like Barack Obama, Emma Watson, but at the end of the day we got the Voice of Syria and a couple other great people. So that was kind of our job, was just to make this conference the best one yet, and the main part of the conference is the speakers, so it's kind of a big job.
I mean, I just constantly sort of have a passion for it because I really love what TEDx represents and this idea of, sharing ideas that you may not have heard through normal conversation. But I guess the pivotal moment where I was like, TED is really just an organization that I love was at last year's conference, and it was just a day of chaos and a day of, doing a million different tasks, but I'd never felt more useful and I never, felt more vital to an organization, and I really saw the fruits of my labor in the conference, and that's when I realized that I wanted to be on exec this year and that I really wanted to be more involved.
I think that sometimes disorganization, I guess, is the way for creativity to really flourish in an organization. And the other part that I love is the collaborative aspect of FCC, and that means that we collaborate with each other on everything within our organization and also externally with other student organizations, which makes our organization really diverse. And in the spirit of ideas worth spreading, TED is a global movement, so it transcends any boundaries of what we look like on the outside or where we come from, because we're all in this together, and that's FCC.